Hello, what the flaggers. We are back for another episode, and we have to start with the most amazing news. Your girl Yaz has finally won a netball game before Christmas. This is, can we just edit some sort of clapping aggressively?
I was full on cheers like from the crowd, like crowd was wild, proper moment.
Honestly, it's needed. It was about time. When like after last week, it was a good team. We got absolutely like pulverized last week. It was a bit of a mess. But then this week we came back, we found our positions, everyone was having a good time. It's amazing how much your attitude changes when you're winning a game. Like you stop score counting, you stop worrying about things, you stop like penalizing people like too much for their performance because otherwise when you drop a ball you're like, guys, come on, be serious. All of that kind of disappears because all of a sudden you're winning and now you can enjoy the game. But yeah, it was great fun. We won 9-7 finally. So one more game
Woohoo.
to go before Christmas, and then I can't remember how many we've got on the other side of Christmas. But hey, at least we're going into the Christmas break with a win, one draw, and then we won't talk about the losses. It is what it is.
At least you've got one win and you've got more opportunities for more wins. So that's huge.
Absolutely. Onwards and upwards. The only way is up from here, I suppose. Like,
You need to
Precisely.
get you need to get Coach Terrell back in because the attitude piece is still bugging me as a coach. I'm just like, can't be really when you're winning that you enjoy it. You got to find ways. You got to find ways.
I know it's the competitive spirit. Like when you're on a team that isn't competing, it's really hard to be like, it's okay, guys. It's just a game. Like it's difficult. Like as a coach, I feel like it's easier to be objective for things like that and be like, okay, I can see this for what it is. This is your performance. This is how I want it to go. But when you're in it and you're seeing silly things like, come on, tighten up, like let's go, like let's all play to the best of our ability. It's difficult. But like when I'm on the sideline coaching, like when I'm coaching the boys, if they're losing a game, losing the game.
Fair, accurate.
Do you know? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was sorry, like, there's no point me throwing my toys out the pram. Like, you're working as hard as you can. It's just sometimes when you're in that, it's just hard to see it that way.
Yeah, yeah, and you've got such a unique viewpoint anyways, especially when you're such a competitor, and I think you bring that to every team that you're a part of. So it's hard to just put that aside for a second.
Exactly.
We feel you, we feel you. It's good. And then Kenny, with women in coaching in Ireland, that was just announced. Tell us how that came about.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, big shout out to Alan Barnwell, Coach Barney, who is the head coach of the Irish women's team. We've done a lot of work together before, and he basically just reached out. They have he's got really great ideas in terms of how he wants to progress things in Ireland, and I've always been eager to help out, ready and willing. We've done a few events out there, so we've put together this course, I guess, module. I don't know. That's, or I think it's super exciting because it's for women, and but then those who coach women as well. So it's going to be a kind of like a pincer movement, two-pronged approach to it. Just trying to, as you know, same old same, raise the floor, raise the ceiling, get everyone better. And I think there's a cool idea where we're going to have all the coaches like coaching in a big tournament at the end. That's the plan, at least. And I get to work. Well, hopefully, it's going to be paired up with an officiating piece they're doing with Des Abrams, which
Oh,
is she's
good.
absolute boss lady
Icon.
in the world of officiating. So that I think the final day of it, some point in April, I think, is going to be joined with her. So super exciting. Um, oh, I did minor shameless plug. Like there are a few people reaching out who aren't from Ireland. Unfortunately, you have to be resident in Ireland to take part in the course, but reach out to us if you want to get involved because there may be other ways and other avenues for us to do that remotely. So let us know.
And without spilling too many trade secrets, like what kind of things should people expect on this course? Like what sort of things are you going to cover? what principles are you going to go over? Is it going to be like an all practical thing? Is it going to be like lecture based? Like what kind of thing are you?
So it's going to be, I think the first 4, 5, 6 sessions are all theory based, online remote. So, I don't get to go to Ireland every time I do it, but we're going to do it that way. It's going to cover a bunch of different themes, um, understanding offense, understanding defense, roles and responsibilities of coaching. But we will be taking a more philosophical line on things just because I think flag is still so new and still has so much to benefit from creatives and people thinking outside the box that rather than us kind of being like, you teach A, B, C, X, Y, Z, it's actually helping people to learn and discover for themselves as well as they go. So and then the last day is a big practical, so it might be a last. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I think it's a 1 day thing, but it might end up being a weekend. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Let's root for the weekend. Woo, weekend. Speaking of weekends, Phoebe just had a rather cold weekend.
I did. I did. And just off the back of Kenny's thing, if you haven't, for anybody that's listening that has not or cannot is not Irish, there's the Academy, which is great. So you can sign up to Duke's. We call it Academy. I hate the word Duke's Institute, but the institute that you can sign up to. Exactly. So you've got that access as well. Hopefully it's at the end of April so I can attend because otherwise I have received my first ever jury duty. Never in my life have I had to do it, so it is now booked for the first week of April. So
UK or
No
US?
way.
US, which makes it even better. It was actually supposed to be this past month, but I was like, that's not going to happen. And so you get two opportunities to postpone it. So I've postponed it until the first week of April. So
Oh,
I was
what if you
like,
get a really cool trial?
I know, which is why I was like, it has to be after the season because what if I'm there for like a month and I'm in my own Law and Order? I had to be
Can
ready for
you
these
Oh,
moments.
can you practice by watching those like criminal shows? Can you like
You got
just
to get
like
like the head nod and like
pre
then
yeah
you
yeah yeah yeah,
can't,
yeah. Pre
yeah,
you
write
gotta
yeah.
you
some
gotta
notes.
you gotta start
Don't let
training
them look
for
at
it.
you though, just in case they're like, she's the one who put me in jail. Don't let them look at you.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Other identities,
yeah. Or
all
if
the
they're a
above.
massive Sky Sports fan, you're screwed.
Luckily, nobody in the States will have a clue. It'll be great. It'll be
But that's
great.
the point. Do people who like appear on you won't like being called famous, but do famous people have to do jury duty?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
Beyonce being on your
Yeah,
everyone has
literally.
to
in your
do
jury
it.
like, oh, Beyonce.
Yeah, everyone has to do it.
Ah.
Have
Yeah,
you
because
ever
I
been
know.
called for jury duty, Kenny?
Yeah, I got a call, but they didn't pick me for actually any duty. So I spent days just sat in the back waiting to be selected.
You had a conflict of interest with someone, I bet. They were like, ah, no, Kenny knows
Not
him.
that guy, not that guy.
Have you, yes?
No, I actually really want to. When I was working at the like my first ever school placement, there was a girl who just went like I worked with, they just went missing for about a month. But basically her trial ended up getting like extended because it ended up being a massive criminal trial. And she just had the best time. She was just off work like for a month, just going to this trial. When she came back, obviously you can't tell people. She was like, it was just so juicy. She was like, every day there was just something new happening. It was great.
All the tea. I always wonder, how do people get paid? Because if you're working and
Oh,
you get paid to work, like how do you and the trial goes on for a month? What happens? Like in the
You get
States, I don't know how that
you get
works.
paid your normal as far as I know, you get paid your normal salary because it's a
civic
like
duty.
you have to do it. You don't have a choice.
Mm.
So you
So
just get paid
your
as if
your
you were in work.
employers would have to keep paying you.
Yeah.
But what if you are like self-employed and let's say I clean
One more.
houses. Like how do I make money,
As if you
right?
say what?
Yeah.
Is that what happens? I'm so
I think
curious.
there is a way to claim
Yeah,
for the
you
fact, but
can.
you have to like provide what you're kind of. I don't know, to be honest. I think there's a way to claim it back.
So
So
yeah, I think it
if
has
it's
to go through
simple,
like the government system. So
yeah,
like you
yeah.
don't I don't think it's like your full entitlement, but I think you get like a something to make up for it.
But can't you just tell them you're not American anymore? Like you're just British now.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
got your UK passport. Because I was gonna say,
I
imagine you got called for UK jury duty. and like
That'd be too much. I was like, I've made it all these years and no jury duty at all, and then both call me at the same time. That would be wild. That would be so unfortunate. No, they make me pay taxes in both places, so I do have to do the
oh,
whole jury situation. But
sorry about that, man.
yeah, it's fine. I'll let you know. If maybe I won't let you know. It depends on how juicy it is.
Offline, offline, offline.
Exactly. But yeah,
Have a special
otherwise,
What the Flag episode for what happened during the
we
during
need the Law and Order music though. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I was thinking the dun dun. Just, the nice efficient, like the one where they put the time
oh
on.
yeah. Dun, dun.
Dun
Yeah.
dun.
Yeah. That feels like a better shout.
I love
Uh,
that we never actually covered your actual weekend though. We
no,
did.
I can tell. There are priorities. There are priorities. The jury duty was exciting. Yes, the weekend itself was great. Going out to Green Bay for a divisional game in December at Lambeau was phenomenal. Like genuinely such an incredible place. You land, I love that you land in the airport and immediately there's snow machines, like snow plows you can buy, like handheld snow plows. And so that was just a really cool, like being a part of history, telling a little bit about the like area. We usually do a feature around, Wisconsin or whatever. And so that was really cool. Ate my way. I've had so much cheese in the past week. It's so unhealthy. Parmesan cheese curds with a like ranch dipping. Yes, get in. So delicious. Yeah, and then the game itself was great. It was minus 15. I did pretty well. Only one time I was talking and I was like, my brain was so cold that I was like, no words are coming out of my mouth right now. But I did it with Bridget Condon, who works for NFL Network, and honestly, she's incredible. Like she is a mom, she's got a 9-month-old baby. So, and she's very open about it. She's like, it was so cold. This is a perfect example. It was so cold on Sunday that she was like, I got to put my breast milk and I got to put it somewhere. You can just leave it outside and everything froze. So she literally is like a hero. FedExes her milk back. Like unbelievable. She was incredible. So
she
just like being around
FedExes.
her,
What did you say? She FedExes what?
her breast milk for her baby.
She FedExes it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the baby got a like,
It's got like a yeah. The milk has like a
and especially if
lifespan.
baby's
This
like
is
9 months as well, because they have to put it in they have to put it in their food when they're weaning.
Hey, we're claiming lifestyle branding. So let's go. Let's like this is new
It
mom, young
she went
mom.
viral for it because she went viral for it because she does her like fit check pregame and she had like her pumps on. Like this is what it's like to be a mom working the sideline.
I love
She was
that.
also the one that did the photo with Ocho Cinco and was like, yeah, my old boyfriend told me I wouldn't make it as a reporter. Ocho Cinco is his favorite person, and then took a photo with Ocho and posted it. Like she is
Love it.
just that dude. So it's super cool to kind of spend time with her, and I love like learning from people. She did my game day makeup, which I was like, dang girl, okay. That is what girls do. And then I came back and I slept a lot and sat on a WADA call. And for anybody that has not done a WADA
Ugh.
call,
Speak nice about it. We have to
World
encourage
Anti-Doping
anti-doping.
Association, it's not that. I think because I've been around for so long, there's nothing that they're saying that I haven't experienced. So it's a bit like, I've done all the different ways to pee in a cup and how to operate all of that. But it is one of the next steps that's like it's cool to listen and be like, okay, and then they're talking about Olympic cycles, and obviously if you get banned, you miss an Olympic cycle, and it's more about like you start to like change your mindset as an athlete to think like, all right, well, this is actually where we're at. This is where we're working towards is yeah, WADA is what it is, but like, people showing up at your practice whenever, if you give them their time slots. And I think it's for a lot of people, hopefully that realization that actually this is pretty serious. We are in a different time when it comes to flag football.
Massively. I think as well, whenever you talk about WADA, there's two things that come to mind. Number one is I can't remember I think it was just before Worlds when we got given the anti-doping course. And let's not lie, whenever anyone does online courses, you just skip, 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 and then you just guess at the end. But on the Wada website, they actually time how long you watch the videos. So you
Yeah.
have to watch them. And I just remember the group chat that was just going off because everyone was like, has it taken anyone else like 2 hours to get through this? Everyone was like, yeah, we've actually had to do the training properly.
It is a lot, isn't it? Because even the every 2 years now you have to like re-up on your anti-doping training. And that's like a proper quiz and almost 3 hours, it feels
Yeah.
like, of just locked in. So
Although for tackle, you do it retrospectively now. So flag do it before the competition. But
yeah,
as of last European cycle, tackle only have to do it if basically you get tested and then you do it retrospectively to submit your TUEs and stuff. That was the email we got at the beginning of last cycle. So we don't have to do it anymore.
how does
Erroneous.
that work?
I have the
Erroneous.
email.
Girls got the
I'm
email.
challenging the email. I'm challenging. You
But
know,
how would
how would you know how not to fall
I'll tell
foul
you, hold on.
of?
I'll read you what it
Oh, here
says.
we go.
this is live and
Oh,
direct
it's
right
live and
now?
direct.
You gotta call
Oh,
them out. You gotta
pressure.
call them out.
Pressure, I got fun.
But because you have to apply for your TUEs beforehand because you have to be able to, and TUEs you're basically
In
your
that case, I can confirm your
exemption.
application has been logged but does not need to be processed any further based on your sport. Only GB flag football team players are included within the national TUE pool and required to obtain a TUE in advance with the UK anti-doping. Other American football
Oh,
players are not.
you're not speaking about the course, you're speaking about a TUE.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about
TUE.
TUE. Yeah, yeah.
You're right. I take it back. I thought you said you used to have to do the course retrospective. I was like,
No,
how
no,
come
no, no,
the
not the
course?
course. The
Oh,
course
okay.
that
Okay.
has to be done, unfortunately.
Okay, well, yeah.
And it's long.
Thank you.
That's long.
Is
All
that
of us are seeing how long we could get away with not doing it before
yeah.
before someone flags it and goes, "Excuse me, have you done the training?" No, no, not the course has to be done.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Okay. Okay.
I'm talking about TUEs.
I was
But
like,
I
we cannot
would
do
have
that
thought
problem.
a TUE would have needed to be done still beforehand because you need to know what medications or supplements or whatever it is that you're on. Like if you have an inhaler or anything that has
Basically,
like
you left and
steroids.
they were like, "No need to
Who's
drug
going to get
test
drug
people
tested
anymore."
anymore? Oh, who has been drug tested? I need to know these things.
Yeah. That's
They
a good
just
question.
stopped.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
usually
anyone got.
Shiv.
Yeah, it was usually Sim. I think she got done in Spain. I think she'll correct me as soon as this comes out, but I'm pretty sure she got done in Spain. But no one got done for the Finland game.
Hmm.
Just for the record, Phoebe, how many times would you say you've been
It's not that bad. I don't think it's
randomly
that bad.
selected?
8.
I think it's probably like 5 or 6, I want to say maybe. It's not that bad. It's just always in like really annoying moments. Like nothing was ever as bad as my first ever one in Spain. That one was my in Granada, Spain in the heat of the summer, and I could not pee for the life of me. I was so
So
dehydrated.
dehydrated.
So dehydrated, and you just sat there.
I want to be pee tested.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if you do, but I mean you can. Like I
Skill
can
positions
volunteer
only.
you.
Skill positions only. Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, like
Well,
it's a skill position.
yeah, you are a skill position. But I mean like flag, I'm a center. I snap the ball. I really don't do anything special. Like if
Welcome to
any
Finland.
I run a shoot, a dart every time. And like Emily was catching one-handed footballs. Grace was killing it. And they're like, you seem like a good one. I was like, I'm the grandma on this team. What are we
It's
doing?
because they were like, she snapped a ball and she caught it. This is not possible.
Oh, so that was probably the most annoying one. So yeah, I don't know. There's a ton of annoying. None of them are not annoying. One time, mm, one time there was like a 16-year-old girl in there. So it was Sweden we played. She obviously has to go to the bathroom in one stall. I'm in a different stall, but because she's underage, the mom has to watch. So now it's
Oh,
just like the mom, the pee tester for me. And like, I'm just like, oh, we're all friends and family now. Okay.
I feel like at that point you just have to strike up conversation. Like you already know
Yeah.
each other. You
Yeah.
just have to ask them about like their family history and stuff. Like you might as well
Yeah.
just go straight in. You're already.
You're
For
there.
anyone wondering what it's like to coach a women's team and times when it's just okay to be quiet in the back, this whole conversation is a great example of just be quiet, let them talk, because wow, I don't think
We're
I
giving
think
the
I
people
think
what they want.
Yeah.
I think we've had a have we had a pre-conversation before? I think
Yeah.
there was
Yeah,
a
because of France. So it's
yeah,
behind the scenes. This is
Yeah.
behind the scenes what really happens.
Yeah.
there
And
you
people
go.
like the nitty-gritty, man.
I think every just once a quarter we have to do a bodily functions talk, so that's fine. Let's get
It's
it.
imperative.
Get
It's
it.
imperative.
Always, always.
Can I ask a
Actually,
question?
also
Coming back to
yeah,
Green Bay,
go for it.
the Lambeau Leap, that's the stuff of dreams. You see that on TV. Everyone knows
Mm.
what the Lambeau Leap is. How was it doing it? What's the feedback been about the jump? Like, did you make it? Was it easy? I mean,
Take one, obviously.
obviously.
It was good. It was good. It's higher than you think it is. The only thing is when we were there, because the ground was so frozen, they have like a cover over it. So I
Mhm.
tried to like give myself a little running space by like backing up as far as the cover would go. But yeah, once you're up there, there's like a yellow bar I kind of like pulled myself up on and just turned around. But it was cool because I did the interview with Christian Watson and I was like, I said to him, I was like, not to brag, but I did this today. And I was like, so I expect you to do this on Sunday when you score. First touchdown of the game was to him, and he went into the Lambeau Leap. Nothing to do with me, but I'm taking full credit for it.
Someone got a clip that was it recorded the interview.
It, oh,
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
interview.
get a how to clip that together. What do you mean? Like you just
we
claim
should
it.
put it side by side between your leap and his leap.
I
The poll,
should.
who did it better?
I'll ask the guys at work if they can clip that. But yeah, I've got a whole interview where I told him, so he was impressed. I
Yeah,
was like, you're also 6 foot like six, so
Would you say the Lambo leap is more leg power to get yourself up in the air or arm power to drag yourself up?
arm power, definitely arm, because you kind of like run, jump, and then like there's like the padding, and then there's like a yellow like it's like a guardrail kind of. So
Mhm.
you like kind of pull on that to get yourself to like finish it off. But yeah, no, I mean to do the Lambeau leap in Lambeau, I was like, Jared Goff didn't make it, so I feel better about myself. So um
you did it with no fans pulling you up as well, which was
yeah, literally. I did it a couple times, one with like my jacket on, then took the jacket off. All was going on. So you guys would be able to do it. You'd be great at it.
last question
Yes.
for me.
Have faith.
Why are they the cheeseheads? Because you mentioned cheese, eating a lot of cheese, and Green Bay Packers,
Wisconsin. Wisconsin is known for their cheese.
and Wisconsin is the state city.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
kind of cheese? I know they
Well,
always have the
the
hot,
cheese
like they
heads
have
look
like
like
the Swiss
Swiss
looking.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. But they're known for their like cheese curds. But you can get any kind of cheese curds. Like, which is just like basically when you have someone's gonna probably correct me on this, when dairy products are kind of split, it's like the whey and the curds, basically,
Yeah.
casein, whatever.
Like when you
And
whisk milk too much and you get like your
yeah,
butter.
so you just like it's the top bit, like the chunky stuff, and then they just fry it. Anything
Nice.
fried though.
America.
Yeah, America. So, but it was cool. It's cool to learn about it because I mean, Green Bay, like the team itself, I mean, that's where like Curly Lambeau came from. Like he started rallying the troops. He got like local businesses to donate $500 to help pay for equipment for the team. And then they started to trying to like sell stocks in the team, and that's how they ended up like building it up. And then the field was named after him, probably not shortly after he passed away. So yeah, it was pretty cool to learn about all of that.
Another a conversation for another time, but it would be the correlation between because I think a lot of new people get confused between Lombardi and Lambo, and but all of them are connected to Green Bay. But that's as I said for another time, I think.
Yeah, but in essence, both were players, both were coaches, but Curly Lambeau was like one of the first, and then Lombardi came after, and then the trophy was named after him for his successful coaching career. Welcome back. We're here for more Rent of the Week, led by Kende Bello.
This might be strictly a UK thing, but I would love to know if it affects people on on the international scene as well. Multi-pack crisps, like please, let's stop. Let's be better. I don't know what's going on. You can't. I get it. Profit margins are important. Um, I understand that probably there's some sort of health considerations in not putting out too much, but and I hope we can put up the video or the pictures I took of the crisp. See, when you grab a packet of crisps and the back wall of the packet can touch the front wall of the packet, there's a problem. There's a problem. It's like we used to joke about like when you're hungry the front of your belly touching the back of your belly. Like that's what the crisp packets are now, and it's embarrassing. I have wheat crunchies. That's the favorite, but it's all hula hoops the same, skips the same. Well, Doritos horrendous in multi-pack form. They just don't put any crisps in there whatsoever. Be better. Give people the value for money. It's just flavored hot oil and air.
Wheato, wheaty Chris?
Wheat crunchies.
That is rogue.
What is it?
Wheat
Wheat
crunchies.
crunchies, rogue.
I've never heard of that.
Like exactly. Like
Tubular, little
that's a
tubular.
rogue old school crisp, Kenny.
What? No,
Rogue. Man didn't even say Walkers or McCoys. Man was like
but
wheat
that's not. That's
crunchies.
not. There's. If you want to talk about substance, there's zero substance in Walkers.
That's
Walking.
even more reason to have a rant. I totally agree with you. Unless you go for their like grab bag or bigger, no point.
No point.
No
No
point.
point
You're
whatsoever.
wasting your money. Why
But
are you
it's
getting a
bad.
six
What they're
pack?
doing with crisps is bad. Like
Yeah.
is
And
bad.
then they shame you for having more than one packet. But if your first packet was full, I would only need one packet. Oh, only recommended serving, half a
So,
crisp.
if you believe in serving sizes on packets, you're silly and you. But
Nah.
also the thing I can't stand is then you buy one before you get on the plane, and then because on the plane the air pressure changes, so it looks like, oh yeah, I'm about to get some, and then you open it and it's just
Empty. Free
finished.
crisps,
Wow, yeah.
if you're lucky.
Do you like the casual flex? He's like, every time you get on a plane, the crisp
Yeah.
packet. Like,
Usually I buy my crisps from Pret a
I'm
Manger
grateful. I'm
if
yeah.
I hop on
grateful.
a flight.
I said it already. Like, got to fly a lot this year. Grateful, but be better, crisps. Be better.
Yeah,
Be
no,
better.
it's true, man. Multi-million dollar companies, and here you are just giving me one crisp. Where's Gary Lineker advertising Walkers when you need
I
him?
think it's since I think since he left. I think since he left, it's just all gone downhill.
Quality
Everything goes
control.
downhill. Look at Match of the
Yeah.
Day. What? Who said that? I even watched Match of the Day, but I know he left.
HR Matt, there you go. That's what you needed. It's not me anymore. Use that. Look
No,
at
no, no,
Matt
don't use that
today.
word because he's gonna find a
Wow.
picture of me doing this. It's like,
Oh, geez.
And that is the rant of the week. All right, so the biggest news going around is that the NFL has approved basically 32 million to go towards a professional flag league. Now, this is something we've spoken about a few different times. It's really exciting. This happened at the virtual December meeting that the NFL hosts, and there's a lot of questions off the back of it, but at least it's a really positive step forward. It's a recognition that flag is so critical. We don't know what the league looks like. We don't know what a lot of this looks like, but it's all a step in the right direction. And it's for men and for women. Sounds like it will be US based to start off with, and then obviously lots of opportunity to grow. But what are you guys thinking about this, obviously on the road to LA 2028?
I think for me personally, it was quite refreshing. I've been worried nonstop that, especially from an NFL standpoint, the push was so heavily focused on girls and women. I was worried that if they were to back or set up, I don't know which is the more appropriate term, but support a flag league, it would be a women's only league. And I think that would not benefit flag in general. So it's really quite refreshing for me. I was like, I breathed a big sigh of relief, and it's like it's men's and women's, and it's going to be like that. The next question is where I'm holding my breath is it sevens or is it fives or whatever, but one one hurdle at a time, one good thing at a time. So no, I think it's super positive. I think it also opens the door to potentially more investment because that's if people know it's backed and it's supported, I think more people are then willing to basically add theirs because as it's the NFL, I don't think we're in an environment, an ecosystem where we can see it fail, or where it can afford to fail. So I think it's a great trigger for it. I'm excited to see where it goes, what comes off the back of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then they'd be. Oh, sorry. You go.
No, no, all I was going to say is, and what year it kicks off in. I'd imagine it's probably a 2027 thing. But
Mm.
go on, yes.
I was just gonna say I'd really be interested to see what format it takes, like in terms of games and things like that. When we think of, NFL as in tackle NFL, it's like one team versus one team, huge stadium, huge crowd. And although there's multiple teams across multiple states playing at different times, it's sort of like one game that sort of takes precedence. So it'd be interesting to see whether they run it sort of like tournament style, like they have done with, when it's been at Tottenham here, or when it was Euros, like if they run it sort of smaller games and then the crowds get bigger, the publicity gets bigger, the stage gets bigger as you progress further in the league, or whether it'll be a case of like one match takes place and whatever else. I guess it's a harder sport to maintain in the sense of like one match taking precedent, because obviously a tackle game could take 5 hours, with the right amount of stoppage time, etc., etc. But I guess an NFL flag game, like maybe if you pushed it, could last 45 minutes, an hour. You could push it to maybe last that long. So it'd be interesting how would they make it a spectacle? Because American sports, I feel, very much of a spectacle. It's the whole show that goes with it. It's the noises, the DJ, the sound effects, the t-shirt guns, the mascots, the cheerleaders, the lights, the fireworks, and that all in itself, it becomes a show with sport on the side. So it'd be really interesting to see how they set the stage for this sport to sort of shine and what environment they create for it to shine.
So I think there's enough kind of history of I'll call them big money leagues, or
Mm.
big money competitions that have taken place in flag. And to your point, I think it's very different. So, for example, the NAIA level girls play, I believe they only play one game per game day type deal. So it's not what most flag people will be used to, where it's actually multiple games on a game day. But from a fan experience standpoint, and when you look at IFAF competitions, all the things they would have used for research, I think it would make a lot of sense to have it be multiple games in one setting, one setting, um, would be what makes the most sense. But ultimately, I think a lot of the work, and it's a question I have for both of you, I think a lot of the work will be around building the personalities or the profiles, I should say, kind of what we work to do in terms of the people we introduce people to and the way we try to tell people's stories. Will be key in terms of because people ultimately support people first before they'll support a team, especially if those teams aren't necessarily linked to particular NFL teams.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess I think when you're looking at something like this, you probably want it to be like a more intimate setting because you'd rather it feel like it's more full than not having enough people if you're trying to create some sort of atmosphere. You think of like the Copper Box Arena, like what that could, something
Mhm.
like that, like volleyball arenas, things like that, which could be super cool. I think the beauty of it is you probably could play multiple games. You could probably steal kind of concepts from other sports. You got the women's hockey, like ice hockey league, the baseball or softball league that's just starting, like professional that's just starting. I think those are good ones, even like the volleyball leagues. Like those are really good ones to kind of steal ideas from and see how they've made it work and literally like use that blueprint. But I think you're right. I think it has to be about the personalities. You're trying to get people to buy into it. Who are your quarterbacks? Are there enough quarterbacks that are that good? I do think there are a lot of really talented quarterbacks in the States. How does that work with development? There's just so many more questions that come along. And then coaching, right? Like, how
Mhm.
does that work? So do you just say maybe it's a 6, 7 week season and everybody stays in the same, exactly. Everybody stays in the same area. I hope everyone who's like driving hears that and they all just do it immediately.
That's shocking. That's a fine for that. It's
Sorry,
okay.
man. I'm sorry.
Um, but
You
yeah,
literally got me crazy.
two questions, and I'll start with the first one, which I think is the bigger one. A regular misconception is, oh, there's 32 million, everyone's going to get paid. Like, where does that money go, or what does that money go towards? Like, if you were to kind of put the hierarchy of needs requests, things that they go after. Like, what does 32 mil get spent on?
Hunts.
I would personally say it depends on what your team's priorities are. I would think if you're setting up and establishing a team, weirdly, I don't think the first thing in your mind is, oh, we have to make sure all of these players get paid. I think it's loads of other things behind the scenes, like correct training facilities, making sure you've got the right cover, like medically, making sure you've got access to facilities, like maybe they will get free gym membership or like for us when we were imported players, like they made sure that we had access to healthcare and that they could sort that out for us. Like I think there's so there's so much more to a healthy player being on the pitch than just them being paid. I think it would be amazing if they could find a way to make sure that athletes got paid. But I think especially somewhere that can be as expensive as America is, I think there's so many more avenues in which you could invest that money to make sure, although that player is not getting paid literally into their bank account, they're getting paid in other ways that attribute to their performance, maybe.
Sorry, yes. Surely, if it's an NFL-backed league, it's going to be night and day different to
Yeah.
the semi-pro tackle. Like,
I
there's
would I would absolutely agree, but I'm like it also depends on
because,
how many teams you have, like what their stadiums are, like
but 32 mil is a lot of money. And if we're saying
agreed.
we're talking about medical expenses or healthcare, like that takes not even 1%, I don't think, of that amount of money. So it's more like, yeah, let's get Phoebe safe first. Like, where does it go?
I mean, I think there's tons of places. You've got like salaries for the players. You've got all the staff, coaches, medical, scouting, all the travel, the stadiums, the entertainment side of things. Um, yeah, all the all the professional needs of a professional athlete. Like that all should be covered. Merchandise, like everything. And I'm sure you've got partners who will assist in a lot of that stuff, but yeah, it's gonna be like done to an NFL standard if NFL teams are buying into it, which makes it really exciting.
Mhm. And I think that's what it is. I think it's a really strange thing to say, but quite quickly, 32 mil doesn't become very much money. To your point, yes, like depending on how many
32
people
teams,
you
one
have
mil each.
in there. Yeah. So
And that's if you even give the 1 mil, because then you'll want money to actually just advertise the league. So say you go, right, there's actually 32 teams, but they only have 30 mil to split because 2 mil is going into marketing and all of that stuff.
and so
Now
on.
you're splitting even less money.
Exactly. So it will be very because also it does because it's supported. There's a difference between so the NFL as an organization has its own money separate to the teams. Does that make
Hmm.
sense? So
Hmm.
that money could not necessarily might not necessarily go to the teams. That might just be for the management,
Of the actual league.
organization, or the legal. Because
Hmm.
also when you start talking about teams playing in different states and the states having different rules and taxes and so on and so forth, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of work that goes in and around it. So it will be very interesting because to your people you said about partners, it's going to be really interesting to see who jumps on board first. Is it going to be just the same NFL partners already, or does it open because it's going to be a new asset, it's a new product. So if I understand anything about sponsorship and working on partnerships and stuff, it there's nothing that ties it to anything that already exists. So
Mm.
there might be a space for an Under Armour or Adidas to try and jump in where Nike's or what I don't know the intricacies of all of that, but it could be. I think it's going to be very interesting, like very interesting to see what happens in the grid, especially if it's a 2027 um, league.
Yeah. Be interested to see if anyone hops out of retirement to just pop their head in the NFL flag league in whatever way they want to. Hello.
Any 44-year-old QBs. Yeah, sorry, two more things. I was going to say, I think the QB question really depends on if it's a full-sized field or if it's an IFAF flag sized field. That really changes because I think with the smaller IFAF field, there is more opportunity for international QBs. But I will gladly say on a full field, you'll be looking at American QBs.
What Sorry to interrupt you. What do you think the odds are of them like kind of merging the rules? So like the NFL in some like I'll take their overtime rules as an example. They kind of changed their overtime rules the last season to sort of like it reflects more college ball, I feel like it does now than it did before. Like what's the odds of them sort of taking bits they like from different strands of flag football and sort of making their own
Well, I
version?
mean, they have a blank slate, so they can really do whatever they want because it also has to be a product that looks good on TV, right?
Hmm.
So, what do people want to see more of? More catching, more great throws. Like, how do you extend those opportunities? So, I would imagine it will be, yeah, there'll be definitely changes. Yes, Kenny Bello.
Kenny's hot take is in line with the NFL's push to get the sport into the Olympics. I think the flag version has to be the same as it will be in the Olympics. That's my hot take. 5-on-5, IFAF rules.
Agree, however, I still
I agree, but not agree, really.
no, I agree 50%, but I also 50% agree with Phoebe because like there's still got to be an element of like making it really TV friendly. Like the NFL is known for TV being like the games always being like, look at this, wow, look at this action replay, wow. And I'm not saying always, but sometimes flag isn't always captured in the most flattering light, so it doesn't always look as fantastic as
Uh,
it does live. So
I think
what
when
what will they do to jazz it up a bit?
I think when you have an
Bring in the
all
flop
60
rule.
in
Semi-contact. Helmets only.
some people would be right at home in that. No, I think first of all, when you add the production levels of the NFL to anything, it could be watching a washing machine spin, like it
Make it a cup of tea.
elevates it, right? But no, point's valid. And I honestly, if I extend my hot take to include what you just said, it's IFAF flag rules with ad breaks. Yellow
Kenny,
with the yellow gloves, orange gloves
did
comes
you
on.
just say my point is valid?
Wow. Yes, 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 I
Wow.
did.
New year,
Okay. Is
new Kenny, guys.
that okay?
Release this on January 2nd.
Got it attended.
And you had a question to finish on,
I
Ken?
did, I did. Given the choice, both of you, would you rather
It's not for
play?
us, it's for the people.
Have fingers for toes or
Oh,
toes for fingers.
you guys have to ask. You guys have to answer first. Would you rather be in an Olympic team or in an NFL flag league supported team?
Olympic for me. I think to play in the Olympics is the ultimate goal.
But you could make more money playing in the NFL.
It's not
Not
about money.
money.
Ooh,
It's never about the money.
No.
If it were about the money, I would
About the
have a
experience.
way better lifestyle.
Yeah. It's about the experience.
Yeah,
Being able to say you're an Olympic athlete, I'd take that any day.
yeah,
You don't, there's no higher glory than that.
agreed.
so again, right here, right now, given the choice, contract for an NFL team, contract to do, or you go and play in the Olympics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't matter how you word the question, it's the same
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah. Though NFL, if you wanted to contact me, I wouldn't mind. My phone is phone's right here.
Call you girl. Why, Kenny, what would you say?
I don't think it would be as easy a decision, to be
Is
honest.
that because coaches don't get medals?
Uh,
Womp
Were you even there?
I would legit make a medal. Like it's not even a thing. Or I'd steal one of the players and just be like, oh, sorry, there's no way.
Just
There's
push them
no.
off the podium. Push them backwards
They've
though,
got to
so the
change
camera
that.
doesn't
They've
get
got to
it.
change that. No, yeah, because I think there's also an essence of continuity you get with an NFL team that you don't get with the Olympics. The Olympics is kind of like one and you're done for the next 4 years. Whereas there's a more, I think there's a different lifestyle element to, um, and honestly, as I sit and think about it, I think the NFL piece would be my choice personally.
But you can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can.
Look at
I just
LeBron
don't know
James.
what would be the preference. I'm interested to know if anyone's like even conflicted or if everyone's just like, nah, Olympics. Because yeah, I think that'd be very interesting.
Olympics. Oh, caveat, Olympics, but a home Olympics. Oh, buff,
No, no,
buff,
I would detest the home Olympics.
buff.
No, 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 no. The whole point of international travel, international tournament is the travel. Got to get on planes.
Yeah, I hear that, but like some of the venues I'm just not there for.
Like what? Go on, get yourself
The
in
one in
trouble.
France. Next. Not the Olympics in France, the venue we were at for
That's what
Euro.
you said. No, you said the
Facts.
Olympics in France, Paris,
No,
what was it,
Oh,
2024?
Paris was cute because it was under the
No,
Eiffel
no,
Tower with
that's
their
what you
little
said. And
Olympics
you said
ring
there,
it
thing.
you said
rained.
there,
It rained. And
Yeah.
everywhere we go near us is rainy.
you
So,
said the Olympic ceremony was trash. That's what you said. That's what you said.
I
and
didn't say that.
on that
I
note,
didn't say.
we are finishing our recording. It's 11:30 p.m. So thank you to everybody for joining us. Hope you're all great. Have a wonderful Friday and weekend, and join us next time for more on What the Flag. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell.